So I lied. I I posted the video that I just recorded a few minutes ago. Yeah, look at this. Anyway, the other thing that's on my mind, I forgot I said something in the other video I just posted that I wanted to mention, but I can't remember right now what it was. Maybe it'll come back to me. But the other thing that has been swirling through my mind before I recorded the other video that I just posted is we're going to call this person that I've been vlogging about, we're going to call him Alice. Because nobody names their kids Alice anymore. And so nobody is going to figure out who I'm talking about if I say Alice, I think. And if anybody figures it out, well, wow. But remember that in one of my vlogs in this playlist that I'm curating is that on Monday, after I had went off in my vlog on October 3rd, which was Friday, I went off in my vlog and was really pissed off and angry. And at the end, ended the video saying, fuck you and all that stuff. I had a moment of anger. And by Monday morning, I had probably posted on my social media on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. I had probably posted another 4 or 5 videos talking about the situation, but much more calm about Alice and what had happened, calm and reflective. So Friday was like super mad and in my feelings. And then over the weekend, I calmed down and was talking about it, but still expressing my frustration about things that had gone on with Alice. And so the other thing about posting on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, where I know Alice follows me as well as many people that know Alice, is like, are those people having conversations about what I posted? Did Alice see it? Is Alice feeling some kind of way? Like having to worry about all that different stuff. And in fact, I was cornered Monday morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. Just giving you a heads up, I'm going to send you an invite for a check-in meeting today. And we never have check-in meetings, hardly ever. And so it was like, okay, no heads up about what we're going to talk about or anything. And then I'm like, I said, okay, it was probably maybe around 8 o'clock when I saw the message and replied saying, okay. And then I get the meeting invite for 9 o'clock. And it's just like, God damn, on a Monday morning, seriously, you send me a message at 7 in the morning saying, I'm going to book a meeting with you. And then you book it at 9 o'clock. So anyway, I can't really talk too much about the situation, but it was using the professional situation to set up a meeting when their only intention was to talk about my vlog that I had posted on Friday, October 3rd. So I feel like what I'm going to do is that for the most part, I'm going to use my social media to post vlogs that are more for public consumption, for people that know me and know situations. But I'm going to use this forum, YouTube, where this person, Alice, doesn't follow me, and people who mutually know me and Alice don't follow us. And so I don't have to worry about the likes and all the things, but I still get to be validated in what I have to say without worrying about getting cornered and having to now want to check in and discuss it and have a whole verbal conversation. Because like I said in one of my other videos, I did tell Alice that I didn't want to have a verbal discussion because I was in my feelings, and Alice still proceeded to give me a whole verbal vomit of their side of the story. And I apologize, and this is how you misunderstood Nicole. And this is, and so I decided that posting, talking about Alice is not conducive to my relationship with Alice, and that I'm not going to continue to post it on Instagram and TikTok, where then I'm going to be forced into conversations, or it's going to add gasoline to the fire when I still love and care about Alice, number one, and number two, I still have a professional relationship with Alice, and so I don't want to get the professional and personal confused. I don't want to keep hurting Alice by saying things that then she's listening to in the moment and then getting in her feelings and then lashing out and being hurt and all the things. So anyway, with that being said, now I'm going to talk about Alice and how she continues to irritate the fuck out of me. And the reason why I say that is because for now 2 Saturdays in a row, I've received text messages from Alice early in the morning, like around, let's say, 8 o'clock. And on September 27th, the text message was about needing to come over to my house to pick up something because they were going to do something. And so they were asking, and they didn't ask it in a disrespectful way at all, but it was like, kind of like, if you're available, can I come over and pick up XYZ? Saturday morning, and needing it on Saturday morning. So then that messes up my day already, because then I'm thinking about how to coordinate with Alice to get this thing to Alice. And so already the adrenaline starts rushing of like, how can I take care of Alice, instead of Alice knowing that she was going to need whatever she needed, what she asked for, and planning ahead. And so then the following Saturday, I get a text from Alice again. And this time Alice is saying, hey, I'm out here, I'm doing blah, blah, blah. And if you would like, later on today, I could come by and bring you blah, blah, blah. And it's like, how many fucking times do I have to tell Alice I would like 24 to 48 hours notice for plans? And I don't understand that. It's like Alice thinks I'm just sitting around doing nothing, waiting for her fucking call and her ideas. And the point is, Alice, I'm not. And so, yeah, it's annoying. And I feel like it's, at this point, a boundary violation, because she keeps doing it. No matter how many times I keep saying, I need notice, I need a plan, no matter, and that's how I was over functioning earlier this year, of trying to manage her chaos and continue to make plans. I was doing all kind of shit to try to get a plan, instead of just, finally figuring out, this doesn't work for me, this is exhausting me. Let me just stop doing it, and let me just stop hanging around Alice. So anyways, Alice is the new character in this mini series about boundaries. So I have to add that the other reason why this can't go on to my main social media where Alice could potentially see it is because Alice feelings get hurt so easily, and the way that Alice often manages hurt feelings is to say, kind of like a triumphant, fine, then I just won't blah, 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 and I've seen her behavior before where her feelings have gotten hurt or she has felt rejected, and then you get the freeze out, or she'll freeze you out, and she'll, it's like I don't know if it's a triumphant or an indignant or what the word is, but it's kind of like, fine, I'll show you, I don't need you, kind of a thing. And so that's why it's cathartic to just express my irritation here and say how fucking annoying it is that Alice can't make a plan. And I'm not saying that there aren't emergencies, and sometimes, things happen at the last minute or whatever, but the last minute thing for Alice is the rule rather than the exception. And that just doesn't work for me. So, if Alice stumbles upon this, which hopefully she never will, I'll probably be in big trouble and be abandoned once again, and maybe abandoned for who knows how long. Fine, well, you don't like me, then I'm going to do all these things to you to hurt you back. And so anyway, that's why this is cathartic, both to have enough faith that everything will work out, but also too, it's cathartic in the sense that I get to have my voice and I get to listen to myself back and be like, yeah, Nicole has a good point. And Nicole doesn't have to keep taking it just because Alice is a nice person and has done nice things for Nicole. It's like, but Nicole also has needs, and you can't just think Nicole is sitting around waiting, and her whole life is just waiting for Alice. That should be the name of the movie, Waiting for Alice. Anyway, I'm done maybe. So after watching back what I said, the other thing is that since I'm kind of a loner, I don't have a lot of connections with a lot of people that I maintain all the time. And because I was doing so many things with Alice, a lot of my life was kind of engulfed in doing everything with Alice, her family, everything. And then all the stuff we were doing together, projects, blah, blah, blah. And so what I also feared is that by hurting Alice's feelings, and like I said, her feelings get hurt real easy, and she really takes rejection hard, or I guess my boundaries could possibly feel like rejection, but she takes rejection hard. And so then it's also like, not only if Alice is like, fine, I'll do it myself, and you don't like me, then I'm going to go and hang out with blah, blah, blah instead, and all the things, instead of like, if I just said, hey, kid, anyway, I'm not going to gaslight myself and pretend like this didn't happen. But that day on June 30th, when I sent the message, hey, can you give me 24 to 48 hours, instead of at 7 o'clock sending me a message, hey, would you like some company today? It's like, girl, my life is not going to keep revolving around you asking me to do stuff at the last minute. And so anyway, that day, I got the punishment of ghosting and all the things. And, you know, things have just been going kind of south ever since. And so by being cut off, or her cutting me off, that cuts off a lifeline of everything that I have been involved in with Alice. And so that was the other thing of like, dang, you know, how am I going to do this with Alice? Because I can't keep doing this chaos. You saw my heart pillow, right? I can't keep doing this chaos like this. And if I hurt Alice's feelings, which are easy to get hurt, what is she going to do to me? And how is that going to cut me off from everything? So anyway, I can't go into too many details because then people might start figuring out who Alice is. But it's definitely been rough of like this. I am a project manager. I am a planner. And professionally, this person, for the most part, has been very reasonable. Like from the first time they asked me to do something, my first response to them was, when do you need it by? And that when was very reasonable. And I would say I maybe had to train them 2 more times to say, when do you need it by? And now every single time they ask me to do something, it's a very reasonable deadline and very, very, very well done in terms of like, can you do this? And this is when I need you to get it done. And far and few between of like, and I need it done in the next hour, or I need it done today. Like very rarely. And so I know this person is capable of planning. And so that's the other part that's confusing and frustrating, is like, I know the person is capable of it, and yet the disrespect of my time, mostly personally, but the disrespect of my time of just like, I'm just sitting around waiting to hear from you is it's actually hurtful. It's hurtful because it just feels like I'm being taken advantage of, and it's like, oh well, Nicole is just going to be around no matter what, and so I can just treat her any old kind of way. And so I'm just going on record to talk about my feelings about that.